Let's go. It's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
I read Steve Jobs as a genius. What do you do?
I play the orchestra.
So, we're getting like our 5th Steve Jobs movie, because you know we need him so bad. Just kidding, it's like really the 3rd one. But we're getting one with an actual talented actor, a good writer, pretty good director. So, what do we get in the return? Do we get what we want? Do we get a Steve Jobs movie that we deserve? I don't know if anybody really is even still big a fan of him anymore. Anyway, the movie itself takes place in 3 separate periods. So it jumps from 3 different press conferences throughout Steve Jobs' life. So that right there, in my opinion, is separating from all the others. All you get are these press conferences, the minutes leading up to him coming out on stage and talking, and that makes it so interesting. You get to see an evolution of a character. But on the top of that, it really dwells into his family life, and his daughter especially. And to me, that is probably the most interesting part of the movie, on top of the relationship with his friend, his old boss, and so on. Now, I am not the hugest fan of Steve Jobs. I don't know all that much about him. I got the general gist. I used to read about him. I know what he did, and I do, thank him for his contributions to modern technology. Not all of it, but some of it. So, I was pretty interested to see what they would do with this movie. Are we going to get another Jobs movie? And thank God we don't have Ashton Kutcher in here. He has done nothing good since, like, The Butterfly Effect. And most people hate that movie. I liked it. Michael Fassbender is absolutely one of the best actors in Hollywood, in my opinion, right now. He doesn't just act, he embodies the character. From Magneto to that character he did in Frank, to Prometheus, to this, every character feels absolutely different. It's so amazing, and that's something I really love, when an actor can embody the actual character they're playing. So he is Steve Jobs in this movie. From the start to end, he just captures it. So, talking about that, that's the first great positive, the acting. And not just from him. Jeff Daniels does an amazing job. Seth Rogen coming with the acting chops. You go, fat man, represent. I'm not Jewish, but, he's still represent. Yeah. But really, just everybody did a stunning job in this movie, and the acting is one of the highlights of the movie. Another thing is the dialogue. It's written by Andy Serkis, and a lot of people either love him or hate him. I'm kind of in the middle. I like most of his stuff. I thought Social Network was good, Newsroom is good, so when I'm watching this, I enjoy it. It's very quick dialogue. It's do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Doesn't sound like that at all, don't worry. It's just very back and forth, very tongue-in-cheek, very quick, and it works for this type of movie. It's so much talking. This movie is the definition of just talking. There is no action in this movie. Don't expect Steve Jobs to, like, punch Bill Gates in the face like, "You stole my brother." It's simply just talking, quick wit, and you capture the story in these little small sections, which I absolutely love. The last good thing I have to say is I love the fact of how this movie was shot and the way it was shot. It's 3 different press conferences, and you see the evolution, like I said, of Steve Jobs from his first to his last before he introduced the iMac, and how much it changed, and how smart this man truly was. But what I love is they don't bullshit. He was not a nice guy. He was actually an asshole, and most people hated him when they knew him. So that, to me, was very interesting to watch, because they didn't sugarcoat it. You could have sugarcoated it. You could have made Steve Jobs an angel. He's dead, and he can't say anything to fight back, but they didn't. And you still root for him sometimes, because he is an asshole, but he's ambitious, and that's what all of us want to be, or most of us are ambitious in life, to create something special that people remember us for, and that's exactly what he did. On the flip side, the negative, I can certainly see people coming into this movie and just falling asleep. This is not for everybody. I mean, to me, it's a powerful movie. It's so much tension in a movie where there's no action, but I can see some people not caring. If you don't care about Steve Jobs, this movie isn't going to change your life. Another thing is that I feel like some moments were just could have went into a little deeper. Now, this movie's a pretty good length, but I didn't really get the connection with, like, the Jeff Daniels character. Like, I liked it, but I wish they would have showed more flashbacks to get into. I'm not going to spoil what happens. You could probably read about it, but I really would have loved a little bit more, moments with them to build that character structure, because something happens at the end, and you could feel it, like, faintly, but not enough. Whereas the daughter relationship, I felt like I got enough. In the Seth Rogen with Woz, I got a lot, so I really love those moments, but not so much Jeff Daniels. I felt like there was a missed opportunity. Overall, Steve Jobs really did something special for me. I don't like Apple products. I don't really own any. Never been my thing. I've owned one laptop from them, and that was from school, and it's just not my style. However, I could see what they did for the general population in terms of computers, and it really does show here that Steve Jobs he was a genius, but he wasn't always successful, and I like that. So if you want to see someone keep messing up till he finally hits go because he keeps trying, he keeps pushing, this is the type of movie you should check out. If you don't care about Steve Jobs, you don't care about iMac, and you don't care that he was an asshole, then don't watch this movie. But for everybody else out there who wants to see compelling characters with amazing acting and just a well-paced movie with tension always there under the skin, and you just don't know what's going to come out of these guys' mouths, and it's quite funny sometimes, then check this movie out. I'm going to give this movie a nice 3.5. Don't know why I did that. I've never done that before. That was weird. But a 3.5. I think this movie is a great movie. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but it is one of the best I've seen in this year so far, and I really did dig it. So check it out if you're interested at all in Steve Jobs. Let me know what you think about this movie below. Let me know if you like Apple products or not, because does anybody? I'm just kidding. I know a lot of people do. It's great for music and art. I know. Stop. And overall, if you like my videos, hit like. If you want to stick around, hit subscribe. I do movies, games, and top 5, so stick around. Everybody have a wonderful day. Whitey out. Wonder if when Bill Gates dies, they're going to make some movies about him. Like, hey, I made Windows 7. Whoops.
I brace myself